Alrighty then, let's get into it. Hello everyone, how's it going? Okay, my microphone is doing something weird. What's going on here? Okay. I'm pretty sure no one can hear me, even though I just unmuted that microphone. Hello, hello, is that better? Alright, what's going on? Can you hear me now? It's a real good question. Alright, let's try that. That should be better. But I can always go to my backup later if I need to. And of course, my music isn't working either. Of course not. That would be too helpful. Give me a second, everyone, and I'll get this music fixed right up. Alright, there we go. Now we should have music and we should have microphone. Hi, Jay! How's it going? Alright, that should be all good. Alright. Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me okay? I'm still having some weird stuff going on with OBS Studio since the update. Sometimes my audio sources are working correctly when I first set it up, sometimes they're not. It's really strange, honestly. Alright, so what's news, everyone? How's your week been? What have you been up to? Hi, Full Mask Mark. How's it going? Alright, yeah, so tonight we're doing some writing again. So if you want to know anything about writing resources for whatever, I've got some. If you want to know about comic book writing specifically, just drop your questions in the chat while we're going, and I'll answer them. I love to help share the knowledge. And also, please do let me know if anything weird is happening with my audio, because I'm still trying to fix OBS Studio stuff since I updated it a couple of weeks ago. It's given me so much grief. Hey, ya boy, how's it going? Alright, I was somewhere down here around page 8 last week. Yeah, there we go. Yep, page 7 is done. Other than sound effects, which I can do later. We're on to page 8. So we are currently writing Snuffles the Indomitable Before the Beginning, which is a prequel to... It's a prequel to the Snuffles story that just came out in my Double Billing comic, and a prologue to the actual book itself. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get this one done. After we're finished with this... Hi, Madness Combat fan! After we're finished with this script, we'll probably move on to writing my next D&D adventure for a while. But we'll also be working on a couple of other short comic scripts. And then... Hey, the devil! and the updated outline for Snuffles the Indomitable. All right, so. How do I want to do this? Medium, close up. Hi, Epsirio Casanova. Hi, Ange. How's it going? Hi, Autumn. How's it going? Oh, I need to change, since I'm writing tonight, I need to change the color of tonight's questions so people can read it a bit better. Let's just raise the opacity on the background. There we go. So, for anyone just joining, we're horizontal tonight because I have been having a lot of trouble with my OBS. Excuse me, my OBS studio. And I'm in the process of trying to fix it. Hey, Christian Nutter. Hey, hi. Hi, Evil Common Sense. Alright. Don't need a caption there. No dialogue in this panel. Yeah, so again, just while we're at it, if anyone has any questions about writing, about how to get started writing comics, about what resources I use to write comics, you know, whatever, drop them in the chat. Let's talk. All right, so yeah, what I'm doing right now is I'm taking these, I'm taking these page summaries that I wrote when I was writing the outline for this story, and breaking them down a bit more granularly into each panel. Hey LeBron, how's it going? Hi Blake, how's it going? What's your favorite comic in your collection, if you have one? Hi Silver Rain 42, how's it going? Hi Astara, how's it going? Hi Nez, how you doing? Hi Controversy Cockroach. Hi Oscar, how's it going? Hi Kina, how's it going? All right. Hey Eli, how's it going? Hmm. Hi Orchid, how you going? All right. So, I think this is the case where I've forgotten to fix up that name in the script. Yeah, I thought so. Yep. So, this is from where I hadn't. All right. Hey H, hi, how's it going? Hey, who's watching G-Quux at the moment? Hi Charlotte, how's it going? I can't see that icon properly, but hi, how's it going? Hi Amy, how you doing? Hmm. Hi Luca, hi, I am a lover Ong. Hi NRL is the best. How's it going? Hi Shay, how you doing? Hi Darcy, how you doing? Hi, Diva Girl, Eli Lee. How's it going? Oh. Oh, my everything is a bit sore today. Let's be sensible about this and bring the keyboard closer to me. Hi Joshua, how you doing? All right, so we're just thinking a little bit right now about what's happening next with this page. All right. Howdy, howdy, welcome, welcome. Hi, 12VLN. How's it going? Hi, Lily. How you doing? Okay. Oh, that's better. That's much better on my back. So, yes, for anyone that wasn't here just before, what we're doing right now is we're taking the black text summary at the top of the page. Hi, Fishing with Jake. How you going? Yeah, we're taking that black text summary from the top of the page and breaking it down into each panel and expanding on it a bit. Ooh, excuse me. To actually get a proper comic book script out of it. Hi, Buzz M. Hi, Mousty. How's it going? Hi Sherlock, how you doing? Hi NS180SX, how you doing? Goodness me. What was that? Hey Burnsy, how you doing? How's it going? How's your week been? I mean, it's 9:30 on a Wednesday night, and I don't have a huge account yet, so it's gonna take time, I think, you know? I've only been doing TikTok streams for a few weeks, a couple of months now. Hi Mason Combs, how's it going? And the last couple of weeks I've been a bit swamped, so I haven't had a chance to make as many new TikTok videos. So I haven't been growing because of the new videos, unfortunately. And I think all my scheduled time lapses have finished, so I really need to get some of those done. And get some more of those scheduled up. Because, yeah, they're supposed to be going out every Wednesday and Friday. So I've got to get that fixed. Well, I appreciate it, Burnsy, because the more people that, you know, one person starts to show up regularly, another person starts to show up regularly, and then before you know it, everyone's here. It's tricky, you know, because my Twitch audience, a lot of my Twitch audience was American. And right now it's the crack of dawn for them, essentially. So like it's really, really hard to find a good time that works for everyone. I'm probably going to start doing a few extra spontaneous lives in the next few weeks. Because, like, at the moment, during my work day, I've got a massive stack over here of sketch cards that I have to cut out and prepare for sale. So I'll probably do an extra live and chat while I'm doing that. And downstairs, I've got a stack like this big of sticker sheets that I've printed that I need to laminate and then cut out on the Silhouette Cameo. So I'll probably do extra lives while I'm sitting around doing that. And just see what times people prefer. And, you know, go from there. But tonight we're writing comics. And I'm just quickly researching a couple of things for this page that we're on. Jeez, they make that a pain in the ass, don't they? Hi, Namgu. How's it going? Hey, no worries. Hi, Dan the Ranter. How you doing? Hi, Isaiah. How you doing? Hi, thanks for liking the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Danny MS. How you doing? Hi, Brownie Boy. How you going? All right, so yeah, we're just writing these next pages, getting ready to send this to an editor and to my artist for this story. Hi, Sasha Browse. How's it going? Hi, Audrey. How you doing? Hi, Dittos TikTok. Hi, the one and only Cat 13. Hi, Alistair, Lucifer's boyfriend. How's it going? Oh man, so disappointing. I just found out Natasha Lyonne is making a movie with AI. Hi, Flo Boy. Hey, Josh, how's it going? Hi, Miss Harms, how's it going? Hi, ES, how you doing? Probably only needs... No worries, Burnsy. Hey, ES, how you doing? Hi, Isla, how you going? Do I need a second panel for this? Hi, Ultimate Anime Olympian? Hi, Kiyomi, how's it going? All right. Okay. Hi, Eve. Hi, Goob. How's it going? Hi Quinn, how's it going? Hi Star, how's it going? Hi, I don't really care 395. How you doing? Hi Thelma, how's it going? Hi David, how you doing? Hi TV Kid and Tio. Okay, yeah, no. Need to change that. Hey, welcome back, Thelma. Hey, Thelma, I am writing my comic book, Snuffles the Indomitable. Um, I have just released to my Kickstarter backers the digital version of a Snuffles the Indomitable short story. And this story that we're writing right now is it's kind of a prequel to that story, but it's the prologue to the full story of the series that I'm writing. So this is a kind of an origin story section. And it's going to be a short one-off story with one of my buddies, Lewis, which I'm really looking forward to. Hey, John, how's it going? So yeah, if anyone has any questions about writing, about Snuffles, about how to write for comics or what to do to get started, feel free to drop those questions in the chat and I will answer them. I'd love to. I love to help people learn about comics. It's pretty rad. Hi, Mr. Cheese. How's it going? And just for quick reference for anyone, this is Snuffles the Indomitable as drawn by my buddy, Adam Markowicz. Also known as Adman Comics. Hi, LKKZO. I'm not sure how that's supposed to be pronounced. Luxo? Luxo? I'm not sure. Hi, Surat. How's it going? Right, Adam is incredible. Adam is truly amazing. I really love... Adam worked on my second comic with me. Which was a horror story set in Brisbane. And one of the stretch goals for the Kickstarter... Hi, Annalise! One of the stretch goals for the double billing Kickstarter, which is my book that is being printed at the moment, was to have Adam do this wonderful print of Snuffles and his little sister Wiggles hanging out at the campfire. And then let me find the cover. This is the Snuffles the Indomitable cover by my other friend Matt Harding. Let's see if I can find the version with the trade dress. Here we go. Here it is with the logo and everything. Matt also did a fantastic job with this one. Here's another one. This one is by my buddy Bug Hop Designs. And this one is by me. This is a Akira Toriyama themed one. And I've actually got this one as a t-shirt. I love Snuffles. He has to be one of the favorite characters I've ever created so far. Snuffles and Teddy Valentine from my other comic, The Network Man, which I just finished writing the origin story of today. Fingers crossed for me, actually. Everyone in the chat, cross your fingers. I just sent what hopefully are the last changes to my editor. So if my editor comes back and says, yep, no more changes needed, then that can go off to my artist. Who is another friend of mine, Jenny Odio, who she's here on TikTok, and she also does live streams and time lapses and stuff. She's wonderful, and I've been wanting to do this particular story with her for years. Hi, Lachlan Menzel, how's it going? So it's very exciting to finally be able to make this short story happen with her. this page.
Oh, excuse me. Jeez.
Oh, it's been a big week already. Hi, Taya. How's it going? I'm just gonna replace the incorrect name on all the other descriptions here. There was a point at which I hadn't decided which name I was going to use for this character. And then I ended up choosing one. Hi Jay, how's it going? But apparently I hadn't finished updating it in the summaries. Hi Jed, how you doing? Hi Simon.jpg. Hi Frog Lover, how's it going? Hi user HX. Hey IDK, how's it going? Zip, zip, zip. Alright, where are we up to? This one. Hey Tarnished Cat 46, how you doing? Hi Friedrich, how you doing? Hi Fish Devil Tom. Hey, no worries. I stream every night during the week except for Monday, so Tuesday through Friday, at 9 p.m. And we do a different activity every night. But tomorrow night we will be doing the sketch card party. So Friday nights is sketch card party, and we'll be doing a bunch of these sort of fan art sketch cards, and I take suggestions from chat. So if you have a look at my video where I show off those cards from yesterday, you can drop your favorite characters in the comments, and I'll pick some of those tomorrow. Yeah, I am. I'm in Victoria. Hi, Emily Stridgeland. How's it going? Hi, PXU. How's it going? Yep, yeah, I'm in Australia, and 2 of my comics are set in Brisbane. One of the next ones I'm writing is set in Melbourne, the Network Man that I mentioned. I've got another one about to come out set in the Ballarat region in an alternate timeline during the Gold Rush. And a couple of other Aussie themed ones coming out as well. Write what you know and all that. And also, I just feel like we deserve more Australian representation written by Australians. Hi Dilsky, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Hi Rarity, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're writing comics tonight. Hi Fraser Ellsworthy. I'm just quickly adding a reference picture for my artist for this comic. Okay, how many panels have I got for this page? Hi Kale, thank you. Don't forget, it's Pride Month as well, so check in with your local queer friends. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world right now, and everyone can use the support. Hi, how's it going? let's move that into here. And we'll just throw this in the corner here. Hi, Jack Cooper. How's it going? Just somewhere invisible but discreet, so people know they're welcome here. All right, so I'm just having a quick look at some Tai Chi forms to decide which ones I want to have on the page right here. I think 3. Three, 11, and 16. Share, copy link. Three, 11, and 16. Form 11 from there. 24 forms. Kind of 4. Form 16 from there. Hi Em, how's it going? From the 24 forms. Now I'm just going to send that screenshot to my artist and ask him if that's enough. Hi Georgie Borgie, how's it going? Hi Cien. Hey Carmela, so today we're writing actually. Today we're writing my upcoming comic. Hi Fishin. But then we'll be finishing this sketch card shortly. This was last night's sketch card of Ultraman. So we'll be inking and coloring that one soon. Once I finish the current page that I'm writing. Thanks. It's going well so far. I think, yeah, this is our 3rd page for tonight that we're writing right now. So we'll jump on to the next page again after that. Hi, Nefarious Nightskin. How's it going? That's an interesting name. Hi, Ahmed. How's it going? Right. Okay, I can add special effects last. I'm going to just focus on getting the script done first. Cool. We can get rid of this empty page here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to finish page 11 and then I will get onto the sketch card. Four panels. Did I? Also 4 panels. Hi, Kingsley Troll. Actually, yeah, no, I do want this just to be 2. Hi, Simone. How's it going? Alright, yeah, that's better. That's better. That feels better. Alright. Hey, Gizmo, how's it going? My art buddy said that simplified page with the reference picture will be plenty of reference. Hi, Abby, how's it going? Alright, how many panels is this gonna be? Hi, Ollie. How's it going? Hi, Mac. How's it going? Hmm. Okay. Hi, Three of Heart. Hi, Jordan. How's it going? Hey, Sigma. How's it going? Hmm. Hi, Matilda. How's it going? Hi, Uso Mikey. How's it going? Hi, Successful. How you doing? Hi, Angel. How's it going? Hi, Georgie. How you doing? welcome back. Hey, Amplified, how you going? Hey, it's okay. Life happens. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, it is. This is the next Snuffles story. I'm on page 11 out of 20. So we're doing pretty good with it. Hey, Matt on a journey. Thanks for the follow. Good news since you were last in the chat, Bella. It's finished. This isn't the finished product, but the contents are finished. This was just a test print I did at home to make sure I was formatting it correctly before I sent it to the actual printer. But double billing is finally done, and it's with the printers right now. They're printing it at the moment. But because it's a flip book, I had to, test that the page setup was going to work properly. So yeah, I've sent the digital rewards out to all of those Kickstarter backers, and now I'm just waiting for them to finish printing the books so I can send the books out to people. And it'll probably be hard to see. Oh yeah, really hard to see actually because of the non-photo blue and the lights. But I started transferring the layouts for the commission reward tiers to the physical Bristol boards today so that I can start working on these physical commissions. So I'll be working on those tomorrow night on stream. Hi Xavier, hi Chance. Oh jeez, excuse me. Hi Chance. Yeah, the people will be able to see a lot more tomorrow because tomorrow night's Thursday, so I will be working on the commissions on the stream. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to finish this page off, and then we're going to do Ultraman and finish coloring it. It's been pretty good. It's my second week fully working in the business. It's been a bit chaotic because we've got a house inspection coming up, and we actually had a roof leak on Sunday night due to a storm. And it was leaking directly into a power point in here in my office. So we had to turn off the power to the house until Tuesday. Till yesterday, until we could get an electrician in to come and check the power point out. And they replaced the power point to make sure it was safe. So I've had a bit of a rocky start to the start of the week. So I was mostly just doing housework and tidying, getting ready for our rental inspection next week. But I was also doing, laminating a few stickers, rearranging some stuff here in the studio to make it more accessible, getting our downstairs studio area set up because we got a wooden cover made for the Dungeons and Dragons table so that we can use it as a studio table. So we were getting that set up and setting up all of our equipment on there. Hi Heidi, how's it going? I have been over here. You can see my paper guillotine and a big stack of paper just there. That's actually my blank sketch cards. The ones that I sell, I'm in the process of chopping them all up so that I can package them and get them ready for the markets and stuff. So it's been a bit chaotic, but it's been good busy as well. This morning I finished off. I think I finished, pending any more notes from my editor, but I think it's done. I finished the script for The Network Man. I can't remember if you were here when I was working on that one. I was working on my sci-fi origin story for that character. So I've just been doing a couple of revisions based on editor's notes, and I think I sent back the last changes today. So if that gets approved, then I can send it off to the artist. And I've still been having... You'll notice that we're horizontal tonight. That's because I've been having some problems with my OBS studio since I updated it. So I just haven't had a whole day to dedicate to fixing it yet. Hi, Jesse J. How's it going? No, it shouldn't be. I mean, it will be for this week. How's it going, Jesse J? How you doing? It shouldn't be for much longer, Bella. I've just got to figure out what's causing the problem in my OBS studio and fix that. I used to use a plugin for vertical, and when I updated OBS Studio, it said that now that's going to cause problems for multi-streaming and a bunch of stuff. So I deleted the plugin and I started trying to get multi-streaming working, but for some reason, it will only go live to TikTok if TikTok is set as my primary streaming thing. And for some reason as well, when I'm doing that, it'll only go horizontal. I've set up a vertical canvas, so it's supposed to be capable of going vertical from OBS Studio. But I can't figure it out. And for some reason, the new vertical canvas, I can't use that as a virtual camera the way that I would with the plugin that I used to use. I've seen Lulu's name somewhat recently, maybe last week. I don't think Lulu's been around yet this week, but this is only the second stream of the week. Hi, Cookie Nunya. Yeah, so for some reason the new vertical canvas feature in OBS won't let you use it as a virtual camera the way that I used to do, which was how I did my vertical streaming into TikTok via TikTok Studio. But streaming out of OBS Studio is better for my computer. But it also has the downside of not being able to use all the TikTok features like polls and stuff like that. So I'm thinking if I can just get it to work with the vertical... Hey, nice. Thanks, Jesse J. Thanks for the help. Oh yeah, if everyone wants to give the live a little share for me, where once I finish this last panel on this page, I'm gonna do the rest of the sketch card. Hey, thanks for the rose. See, that's another thing that doesn't work properly. Streaming from OBS Studio is the TikTok GIF notifications. So I'm thinking if I can fix the vertical streaming to get the virtual camera back, I'm not going to use multi-streaming out of OBS Studio, and I'm just going to use TikTok Studio again so I can have all those extra features. But we'll see. I'll figure that out soon. Oh, it's such a pain. Have you done the recent update? You know, the multi-streaming update? Because it's just been giving me headaches upon headaches since I did that update 2 weeks ago. Oh, look, if you do multi-streams to TikTok or anything like that using the item your AITUM vertical plugin, don't do your update yet. It's so frustrating. It now has its own built-in vertical features, which is great, or would be great. Hi, Janae. If I could get it to stream vertically. I don't know what it is. When I don't have TikTok set as my primary streaming service, I can select the vertical canvas as the canvas I want to use. But as soon as I go live, nothing happens. I go to my TikTok live page, and all it says is, this live will be starting soon. And then when I stop the stream and go into my live recordings, there's nothing there. It says there was a stream, but it just won't load. So I know it's going to be fixable. It just requires more time than I've had to sit down and troubleshoot. It feels like it's going to be an all-day job to troubleshoot it. And I haven't had a day that I could genuinely dedicate just to that yet. It's going well. We're on page 11 of 20. And this story is actually set back when Snuffles was just a dog, before he became the dog person that you can see on the screen. It starts with Snuffles in a tavern with his traveling companions, and he's kind of telling them the story of how he came to live with the wizard that raised him. Hi, Mia. Hey, Torta Hunter. How's it going? Yeah, this is the character for my comic book, Jesse J. The first story featuring him is just about to come out. This is a test print I did just to make sure that I had this whole flip book thing done. And it's with the printer at the moment, getting printed. Bella, it'll be sometime in the next month and a half. So the digital version, yeah, I do. This is what we're writing right now, Jesse. We're writing the next story featuring that character. If you look me up on Global Comics or on comics.one, you can read the comics that I've already released. There's only a handful at the moment because all of the ones, I've got like 7 comics in progress right now. But they've been in progress for a while. Comics take forever to make, honestly. They take a really long time to make, especially if you're working with a team. They can take a long time. But yeah, I don't have an exact date, Bella. The digital version is ready to release of Double Billing. But I can't release it until I have shipped all the physical rewards, you know? I can't release it to the general public until I've finished shipping the backer rewards. So as soon as I've got the books, it will be very, very close to release, and you'll know about it. As soon as you're in the chat, I will show you the books, and then you'll know that it's very close to the digital release. And as soon as I get the books and I've shipped those Kickstarter backers, I'll be trying to get it into some Melbourne comic shops, maybe try to get it into somewhere in Brisbane, see if I've got any contacts in Sydney, a few places like that that stock indie books, and just try to get it into a few stores. Hi, Tony. How's it going? But yeah, coming out next, right? Double Billing is the one that I was just showing you. That's about to come out next. And then I've got the 10-page origin story for Teddy Valentine, the Network Man. And that one's called the Network Man Genesis. That's going to be a digital release. Then I've got Tussle in the Golden Triangle, which is a 10-page cowboy sort of story set in Victoria in the Gold Rush era. What's after that? After that will be this one, Before the Beginning, which will probably be next year and maybe on Kickstarter. We'll see. Not sure yet about the Kickstarter part. And I'm currently, once I finish this script and send it to my artist so he can start working on it, I'll then be working on another 10-page script. Oh, actually, no, sorry. It's not going to be a 10-page script. It's going to be like a at least a 20 to 30 page script for a horror story, which is basically Jason Voorhees meets Norse mythology is the tone, but set up in Queensland, in Maryborough. Hi, Brendan Rowe, how's it going? And I'm going to be pitching that one. Hey, Ghetto, how's it going? Ghetto? That one I'm going to be pitching to Invader Comics. I'm really excited to pitch it to them. They like the sound of it already. I just have to save up to get 5 pages of samples done. Because that one was originally conceptualized to work with 2 very specific friends for line art and coloring. Hi, Stephanie W. How's it going? Hi, Seabass. Hey, thanks for following, Jesse J. I forgot to say that before. No, I haven't seen Killian's name for a while, honestly. Yeah, Killian Mabap. Yeah, I haven't seen him in the chat for a while. Not sure. Not sure where he went. But we've got a bunch of new excited people who are usually here. But they're all a bit busy tonight. They've been in my Discord, but they're a bit too busy to join stream. Thanks, Jesse J. We'll be back tomorrow night and Friday night as well at 9 o'clock. Australian time. 9 o'clock Australian time. So I'll see you next time. And keep an eye out. I've been a bit behind for the last week and a half on my scheduled content, but I'm recording a bunch more new content. It's in my bio, Jesse J. I've got a link in my bio because on Tuesday nights I do a drawing study session so people can join in and draw along and post their drawings in the Discord, in the art channel and stuff like that. Hi Seal, how's it going? Yay, awesome. Yeah, Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock Australian time, we do drawing studies. Last night was hands. Next week, not sure what the topic will be yet. We'll figure it out. Yeah, here's some hands from last night. Here's some eyes from the week before. A sausage dog from the week before that. Hey, no worries, Bella. I'll see you next time. Keep an eye out. There'll be a lot more videos getting posted, probably from tomorrow. I've got a bunch of stuff to record. So I'll talk to you soon. Hi, Samantha Main. How's it going? No worries, Jesse J. See you later. Hey, Casey Swanson. How you doing? Hey, Charlotte. How you going? Hey, Addy X. I'll do the sound effects and stuff later for this script. Right now I'm just focusing on getting all the page descriptions done. Hey, Holly, how's it going? Okay. Hey, Stormy Galaxy. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, no, there's a voiceover. Hey, Sebi Ecto, how's it going? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got voiceover on almost every page then. Okay, cool. You know what? I'm actually pretty tired tonight, and I usually only go for an hour and a half, and we've actually gone a bit over that. So I'm not going to do the sketch card tonight. I will do the sketch card tomorrow at the start of the stream before I get into the commissions. So, tune in tomorrow where I'll be working on this Ultraman sketch card, inking and coloring it. But for now, I'm going to take off so I can tidy the place up a bit before I hit the sack. And I'll see you all tomorrow night. But first, for my Twitch pals, we're just going to find someone to raid. Hey, your fave, how's it going?
Yeah, I feel like if your vocals are singing so...
Alright. Yeah, let's go on over and say hi to Kula. Now, let's just check that she's not about to finish.
Why did I do this?
No, we're good.
I'm gonna return to the stairs.
Alright, let's
Can't I just
go for a little raid. There's the raid message in the chat. Alright, TikTok, I'll see you tomorrow night. Twitch, let's go for a raid.